Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Mike Shutty, co-founder of Horse Racing Nation and Derby Wars, and your author of The Super Screener. Hey, we're at this incredibly exciting time of year. We're just weeks away from the Kentucky Derby, and we're in the middle of all these final preps, stretching out now to the mile-and-eighth distance. They're all pretty much on dirt, and it's time to separate those contenders from the pretenders. But these can be very confusing prep races. We need the Super Screener to help us eliminate the confusion and unlock the key and critical insights we need to be looking for as we come out of these preps so that we've got the shot of a score at the lifetime come Kentucky Derby time. So in this video, we're going to share 4 critical tips. The first one is be careful when we look at some of these slow-paced preps. Very typical this time of year. Smaller fields, you get some controlling speed horses that dominate the pace and then draw away looking like they've had a tremendous performance. But that performance can be very deceiving because the pace scenario in the Derby can be completely different and just not transferable no matter how good that prep looked. And if the track comes up sloppy or off in any way, it only enhances those performances and makes that outcome even more suspect. Tip number 2 for the final preps, track biases can creep in. Why? Kind of soup up these tracks during these very important preps. And again, a horse running in favor of those biases can look deceptively good, but not transfer that when they get to the Kentucky Derby. So a key analytical process that you want to go through is look at the rest of the races that were run on that day. If they're all showing a lean toward a certain running style or a certain part of the track, you'll be able to properly assess the performance of that particular Kentucky Derby prep. Tip number 3, really check out and pay close attention to the 3rd and 4th place finishers in these final preps. Often from that group, you will find that elusive 20-to-1 plus shot that's going to hit the board in the Kentucky Derby. And what you're looking for is not horses that just pass tired horses, but horses that have that late turn of foot, and they're passing some of the good ones that actually created a softer pace, but yet these quality horses were able to pass them in the stretch. All right, our final tip is look for the clues to quality. At this time of year, a lot of the barns start shipping around the country and get off the circuit in which they were competing on in some of the earlier preps. And what this helps us do is understand is that if a B horse came from a circuit like California, but then competes and destroys a field of A horses, let's say in Arkansas, that tells you a little something about the quality of the prep races that came out of California. This kind of comparative handicapping is really critical as we get into the Kentucky Derby and try to understand what path was the most productive. Now those are just a couple of the critical insights, but don't worry, the Super Screener's got it all covered for you, and I encourage you to go check out the results of our past Kentucky Derby Super Screeners. Go to superscreener.com, you'll see the testimonials, you'll see all the results and the payoffs of the wagers that we recommended for the last 2 Kentucky Derbies. And as always, this year's field's going to be 20 horses, there's going to be a lot of noise, a lot of confusion, but the Super Screener's methodology is time-tested, it's proven, and we've got the results to back it up. So again, go to superscreener.com, check it out. In the meantime, I'm hoping we're helping you decipher those preps, and I want you to go fast and win.